Send that bitch a smiley face. Bitches love smiley faces. So season 4 of the Boondocks premiered last weekend. For those of you who don't know, the Boondocks is a cartoon that airs on Adult Swim, based on the comic strip of the same name by Aaron McGruder. And I hope to God I'm saying his name right, because last time I mispronounced Rafe Fiennes. How was I supposed to know his name is pronounced like that? His name is spelled like Ralph. Anyway, the comic strip is a lot more tame than the show, but it's a bit more political. Though the show definitely has some political moments and even had a couple of episodes that never aired in the US. Though that was due to legal reasons because 2 episodes were making fun of BET, and BET is owned by Viacom, which also owns Cartoon Network, so there were legal issues for that. The show mainly focuses around the 2 brothers Huey and Riley Freeman living with their granddad in the suburbs, though they're both from the inner city. Both the show and comic mainly focus around the characters living in the suburban area and their lives. But some of the time it does focus on current events, and I feel like when it does, it feels a little bit weak. The first episode of season 4 focused on Tom Dubois. He is a lawyer who was first introduced in the second episode of the series where he was prosecuting R. Kelly. He's also neighbors with our main characters, the Freeman family. The whole plot of this episode focuses on a parody of Chris Brown. Tom is hired to be his lawyer, and he's also having some troubles with his wife, so he talks to this parody of the character, I think his name was like Flizzy or something, and he helps him with his marriage, kinda. I'm not really gonna go too in-depth with this, mainly because it felt kinda weird, being a first episode of the season, that is. I would expect next week's episode to be a starter for the season, since it focuses on the Freeman family. With this episode, it feels kind of like the R. Kelly episode in that it feels like after a few years it's going to be kind of dated. Though it might also feel kind of weird because Aaron McGruder isn't involved with this season. So that could be a possibility, but I don't know. It's still a great show to watch and has some great social commentary a lot of the time. I just think this week's episode was a disappointing premiere for the season. Here's to hoping next week's episode might be a bit more interesting. See you next time. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it. And be sure to subscribe for videos I upload every week. And if you're feeling really generous, check out my Patreon page. And as always, thank you for watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take it.